Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bertemu lagi dengan channel Kak Dinirat. Okay, we will discuss how to increase our TOEFL. It is about how to listening, reading, vocabulary for conversation, and writing, especially tenses.
First, what I want to say to you that change your point of view.
Tapi sebelum itu kita subscribe dulu channel Kak Dinira dan bunyikan loncengnya. Terima kasih. Pertama-tama like, komen, dan share. Oke, biar Kak Dini semangat bikin video yang lain. Nah, hari ini kita akan mempelajari bagaimana sih cara meningkatkan TOEFL. Sebelum ada corona, setiap orang atau setiap mahasiswa bercita-cita berkuliah ke luar negeri. Tapi sayangnya setiap orang belum tentu memiliki TOEFL yang baik. Di mana yang kita tahu minimal TOEFL untuk luar negeri itu adalah 550. Sedangkan IELTS 6,5 sampai 7,5 udah bagus sekali. Pengen ya kayak mereka, foto-foto kayak mereka. Berdasarkan informan Mr. Edo yang TOEFL-nya sudah 610, ada 4 cara untuk meningkatkan TOEFL, yaitu vocabulary, tenses, reading, dan listening.
Berjumpa lagi di channel Kak Dinirat. Saya adalah suami yang dipaksa membuat konten nilai TOEFL yang lumayan tinggi. Ya gimana ya teman-teman ya, sebenarnya sih saya males, tapi nanti takut nggak dikasih makan sama istri kan, repot juga. Karena itu stay tune di channel Kak Dinirat dan we'll be right back with the content itself.
Sebagai orang yang listeningnya buruk, pengalaman Kak Dini setiap dengar listening pasti kalau nggak benar satu, benarnya itu karena tebak jinggo istilahnya gitu. Nggak mungkin kan kalau kita harus kayak gitu terus. Nah, jadi gimana sih caranya? Yuk kita coba tanya dengan pakarnya.
Okay, tips and tricks on how to do a listening test in the TOEFL pretty well. Well, actually, my friends, the answer is pretty simple. There's tips and tricks on doing that. The first, if you are using a headset, pay close attention. But, well, you know, in Indonesia, TOEFL test is not always using headset, but in the open air, open speaker. My tips for you is that get as close as possible with the speaker. Get in the front row seat of doing the test TOEFL, so that you won't miss the word that being stated at the speaker itself. If you go into the back seat, you will be much likely to miss what it said because of there's noises that created by other participant and the environment around the TOEFL test rooms itself. That's the first tips. The second tips is that be conscious, stay aware of what it stated, so that you could understand what it stated. And the very important and last advice is that make sure you listen to the I don't know, whatever you like. You could listen to the music with the lyrics so that you could understand what the speaker said, what is the content of the question itself, so that you get more accustomed to the English word by their pronunciations. That is my tips and trick in the listening questions of the TOEFL.
Pengalaman reading saya buruk juga sih, gimana ya?
Well, we already know that reading is a lot of text. It's boring. It's really boring to understand the texts and then answer the questions. First, what I want to say to you that change your point of view. Change your standing in answering the questions. Let's say that it is not a test. It is something that I could, show my true worth. true value so that people will see that I'm actually capable of doing this. It's not by something that burdening you. If you think that test, what comes to your mind is that this will be become a burden to me. I need to be right answering the question, but this is not. You need to know that this is just a test to testing your capability, so that after you got that stress out of your system, you could become more relaxing in reading that long text so that you can answer. That's the first one. The second one is that you need to know what each paragraph main topic is. Well, the easiest way is that if it was the easiest way to answer that is that we need to deduct what is that paragraph type. Is it inductive paragraph or deductive paragraph? You already know that if it was deductive, it will be at the end of the paragraph. If it was inductive, you need to deduct itself. It's usually in the first or second sentence. But the main things that I need to stress in here is that you need to master your vocab. Actually, my friends, vocab is hard. Yes, it is. There's millions of words in the dictionary, but we have the tips in the vocabulary content right after this. Stay tuned.
Cerita Kak Dini dulu setiap hari itu ngantongin 20 kata. Dihafalin tapi kok nggak apal-apal. Kalau apal lupa. Nah, terus gimana ya caranya ya supaya nggak lupa-lupa gitu?
Why did we keep on forgetting the vocabulary that we already write down in our book? The answer is simple. Because we tend to forget what we already done. It's not in our to-do list anymore. So the best way to do a vocabulary is actually not write down 10 difficult words every day and try to remember it day by day, but instead we use them so that we could get more accustomed to that word itself. How? It will be explained at the vocabulary content.
Kalau tenses, udah sejak SD belajar tenses, 16 tenses. Tapi kok itu aja ya penerapannya itu loh.
How and when to use tenses? That's probably the main point of the question itself. Actually, you already answered that questions. You are not accustomed to use that. You are not accustomed to see that. You are not accustomed to listen to that. That is the answer itself. You need to accustom yourself by seeing it, by reading it. And then my answer to that, read more, listen more, so that you could get what is the essence of the tenses itself. Well, we already know that every day from the elementary schools, junior school, and then senior high school, we always learn tenses. Why? Because it is the simplest way that the teacher thought that student will learn English better. But the thing is that it's not. The correct way to teach the student English is not by tenses, but it's by vocabulary. You need to make sure that these students know the word, know what they want to say, what they want to read, so that they could know the questions, so that they could answer the question, so that they could excel in English. So not tenses. If you want to focus in learning English, you do not focus on tenses, but you focus on the word, the vocabulary. And after you understand the word, and could use the word, you will eventually um, automatically learning the tenses itself. And then by using the formula that we've been learned from elementary schools, we could answer the tenses questions in the TOEFL test correctly.
Ya, tips dan trik ningkatin TOEFL.